Hello guys and girls, welcome back to the Racing Line for another circuit guide here on iRacing. This is week 10 of season 1 2022 in the D-Class Fixed Touring Car Challenge with me driving the Honda Civic Type R. This week's circuit is Donington, the national layout, and the date and time is set to the 1st of April 2022 at 1:45 in the afternoon to match the official race time sent out in the season 1 PDF. All circuit guides use sprint setups, same format as before. Breakdown lap followed by a full speed uninterrupted lap followed by an off-board lap, and as usual this is filmed before the week has begun, so it's difficult to compare lap times, but let's see if we can help you guys find some time around this fast and flowing circuit which we've actually already visited in the RLTC Championship. Go check that out if you haven't already. So here we go then. We want to be on the left hand side ready for the right hander of turn 1, and we're going to have to cross the pit lane exit, but make sure you don't do it before the blue triangle. Braking zone is the blue cone on the left hand side. Hard on the brakes from 5th down into 3rd gear, braking in a straight line to really open up the corner as we trail brake and coast in, and then start accelerating just before the apex using all the curb on the exit. Don't use the grass because it will drag you out. We're going to go up through the gears as we hold it tight to the right hand side white line coming down through here. It's flat out through this left hander, but turn in nice and early to account for the understeer. Now this braking zone is a tricky one. It's just past the curb end on the right hand side, or the big bit of dirt, the sticky outy bit of dirt. Down through the gears, down into 3rd gear, get it turned in and start accelerating at the apex point. Again, being careful not to run too wide on the exit. Very easily done on cold tyres. Flat out all the way through here, over to the right hand side, then over to the left, flat out through this left hander. Next braking zone is just as the curb ends, and we want to brake in a straight line on the left hand side of the circuit to open up the right hander up ahead. Again, down into 3rd gear, get it turned in and start accelerating before the apex point to carry that speed through using all the curb on the exit. This is the trickiest braking zone to spot. You've got the fence on the right hand side, the double fence layer, as that goes out of view, or as the trees come into view over the brow of the hill is when we're going to dab the brakes, get down into 3rd. Be careful not to cut the curb on the inside too much, or you will get a slowdown, and of course it's dangerous on the exit as well. You can see it wasn't too important to hit the apex of the second right hander as long as you carry that speed through. Final braking zone, the building on the left hand side. As that ends, hard on the brakes from 5th down through the gears into 3rd gear, and you can mount the first curb a little bit to give you a nice smooth run through the second. If you can do it without hitting either curb, then it will be better, of course, as they absolutely destroy these touring cars. But there we go, it's flat out from the exit of there and across the line. So now full speed uninterrupted. So braking zone number 1, the blue cone on the left hand side, cross the pit lane exit, dab the brakes down into 3rd gear, get it turned in and start accelerating before the apex point. Away we go out to the outside. You can see we had a little bit of a lift there because we accelerated too early, just to adjust for the understeer. Now holding it tight to the right hand side, flat out to the left, turning in nice and early, and now we're looking for that sticky outy bit. Down, dab the brakes, down into 3rd gear, get it turned in, coasting in before we know that the car is going to grip, and now it's flat out. Sticky outy bit, the technical term for that dirt patch. Over to the right hand side now, then over to the left, flat out, waiting for this curb to end on the left hand side, hard on the brakes, down to 3rd gear, get it turned in, coast in again, and then start accelerating before the apex point. Over to the curb exit, keep it on the left hand side. Now watch for the trees to come in view up ahead. There they are, dab the brakes, down to 3rd gear, get it turned in. Understeer is mental through this corner, but you want to be nice and brave and try and keep that speed up. It's the most important. It's one of the most important corners of this circuit because this is a heavy overtaking zone. As the building on the left ends, hard on the brakes, 5th down to 3rd gear, get it turned in, mount the first curb and start accelerating through all the way through the second one. Try not to lose control of that rear end as it bounces over the curbs. This is the final guide that uses the old suspension in the Honda. The next two will have the updated Honda finally. As usual, that is pretty much it from me. Don't forget to keep those likes and comments coming in and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I hope this helped. This will be a Honda circuit, I think, out of the 3 cars, so good luck to anyone that's racing. And if I don't see you on track this week, I'll see you next week for the next video here on the Racing Line. Peace!